Hey everyone, today I'm going to be making an autumn fall vibe hair bow today. I'm going to be using this little clay which I actually made myself. I do offer free clay tutorials also, so if you'd like to see how I made this clay, save this video now under watch later and I'll pop a link here. So to go with this clay, I'm using this gorgeous autumnal printed leatherette, a fine orange glitter, and this chunky glitter here which has got these gorgeous maple leaf glitters inside as well. I will link everything that I use in this video in the description below so you can check these items out. The template I'm going to be using to make this bow is from Bow Supplies, and this is the dotty bow, and I have it in all sizes, and I've taken out the largest tails and the largest loops for this bow. I'm not actually going to use the loops, you'll see why when I get to it. It's mainly the tails, but I'm taking these both out because I need the loops for the size. You will also need a pen, hot glue gun and some scissors, and I've also got some extra strong thread. So let's get on and make our bow. So to start with, I'm taking my patterned fabric and my plain orange fabric, and I've got my large loops from the Dotty hair bow set, and this template measures around 7 3/4 inches in length, or just over 19.5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do, we're not actually going to use this template, I'm going to set this aside. So we know that the length is just over 19.5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is on the back of these fabrics, we are going to cut a strip 2 inches in depth, or 5 centimeters, and the same length as the template, just over 19.5 centimeters, or around 7 3/4 inches. Now I know in the US you guys prefer to work in inches. I'm not too clued up on the fractions of inches. I don't know, I just don't get it because we don't use it that much here in the UK. We tend to stick to the metric measurement system. So yeah, I do try to include both, so I hope I'm doing it correctly. So putting the tape measure aside and taking the ruler, because you need a hard edge, we're going to measure 5 centimeters or 2 inches depth from the top of this fabric. So as you can see, this pattern goes this way, so I'm doing it across this length rather than across this way. So marking a dot at 5 centimeters or 2 inches, and then we're going to go across to just over 19.5, so about there. I'm just going to make sure that that is also 5 centimeters down, which it is, so we know we've got that nice and straight. I'll draw a line there now, and then we're going to join these up. So this dot I've marked here, we're going to join it up so we've got our strip of fabric. And I'm now going to do exactly the same on my fine orange glitter fabric. So I've got my 2 strips marked out the same size. Ignore the double line here. Turns out the top of this fabric was wonky, so when I done my line it just looked a bit wonky, but I've leveled it out now. So what I'm going to do now is cut these out. So I'm going to be using my Fiskars fabric scissors, and I cut inside the pen line, just so that when I've made my finished bow, you're not going to have any pen showing on the underside, like that. So I'm going to continue now and cut both of these strips out. So we have our 2 strips cut out. I'm going to set these aside, and then taking our maple leaf glitter fabric and the pixie dot tail template, I'll just show you the measurement of these tails. So these tails measure around 5 inches in length, or 12.5 centimeters in length. So they're the tails I'm using today. I'm going to flip this upside down and draw around my tail template on the back. So we have our tail piece now cut out, and I've brought back the two tail pieces, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, and from this open edge I'm going to cut up diagonally at around 2 inches from the end. I'm just doing this by eye. So I've cut up diagonally and left a little bit at the top, a flat end, so it looks like this. I'm now going to do the same with the other end, so fold it in half, again from about 2 inches. You can measure it if you want to be precise. I'm going to bring this end up so I can see to start where this one did, so from where my thumb is, and I'm going to do the same. Cut up diagonally, not right to the corner, just leaving a little space. So it looks like this. I'm going to do the same with this piece. So this is what we've got now. Next I'm going to layer my patterned fabric on top of my plain. Now I also want to add, I should have said this at the start, this fabric is a really soft sort of leather. Again, I will link it in the description below, but these are the best ones to use for making those pinches. So the chunky glitter fabric, this will be hard to make a pinch in the middle, but the fine glitter and the super soft leathers are easy to work with. So you don't have to use this particular autumn print, you can use any print as long as it's a really nice soft fabric. So laying my patterned fabric now on top of my glitter, because I want this to be showing at the top, and I've got it the correct way up, so the bottom of the pattern is here, and I'm overlapping it by around halfway over that orange piece, like this. And then I'm just going to grab a couple of clips. So I've got some clips here, and I'm just going to clip these in place just to hold them together, making sure they're nice and straight. And then we're going to find the centre, so I'm going to fold these in half and push down to get a crease where the centre is. So this crease is now my guideline. I know that is the middle of the fabric, and you can sew this fabric also if you want. You can get a needle through here and sew. I would do 1, 2 and then 6 stitches in this side, but I'm going to hand pinch mine just so you can see that you don't have to sew this bow. So I'm going to start in the middle, so around here by eye is the middle of the whole 2 pieces together, so about here, and I'm going to bring that up in the middle like that, and then I'm going to work on this right side, so I'm going to make another up and a down, and then one more up and down, so we've got a 2 hills and 1 valley if you like in this piece. And now I need another 2 this side, so another 2 hills on that side as well. So it looks like this. And then taking a piece of thread, or you can use an elastic band if you like. Some people use elastic bands to hold in their pinchers, but I just use some strong thread. So I'm popping the thread under this thumb, leaving a tail enough to tie off, and I'm going to wrap this tail around the middle, making sure it's central, and then that will hold it in place, and I just need to tie that off. So I'm going to do a double knot at the bottom, and then trim off the excess pieces of thread. And then we can remove all of these clips now. So this is what it looks like now. Taking a hot glue gun now, I'm going to glue these pieces now all into the middle. So I'm going to place some glue on the end and bring that into the middle. I'm working on the bottom layer first. I'm just checking on this side to make sure the loops are even, and then do the same now with the other two pieces. So this is what we've got now. And now we're going to layer this up on the top of our tails. So I'm just going to pop some glue along the middle of the tails. And line that up on the top. And now we're ready to add a clip to the bottom and then wrap our centre. So the clip I'm using today are these 45mm double prong clip. You can use a bigger one on this bow because it's quite a big bow. You could use a 55mm hair clip, but my daughter likes these double prong clips. She says that the toothed ones irritate her hair. So yeah, I'm going to be just using these clips today. I've got this piece of 1 centimetre wide by 11 centimetres in length ribbon, and this is just to wrap my clip. I've heat sealed the ends. This part is optional. This is just something that I like to do. I like to match the ribbon to the bow. In this case, I'm just using white because my colour of my tails is white. And I just like to cover up the hardware. But like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do this part. You can skip it if you wish. So that is my lined clip. And I'm going to stick this on the underside of my bow. And to wrap the centre, I'm going to cut a strip of this glitter out. You won't actually see it because, as you know, we are going to be adding our clay. But this is what I'm going to use to wrap my centre. So I've cut this strip, and that is around 7 centimetres in length by just under a centimetre wide. And I'm going to stick some glue on one end and start to wrap this around the centre of my bow. So under the clip on the underside, central to the hair bow. And then I'm going to start bringing this round. I actually cut that about 1 centimetre too long. So I'm just going to trim off the excess and then finish gluing this down on the underside of the bow. And one thing I always like to add, and I always tell my customers the same, I print out some little strips in the bags to let them know that when you open the clip, don't pinch on the loops because you will get a nasty crease in the fabric. So to open the clips, either just open the clip itself or you can use the tails, but not the bow loops. So this is what we have now. And as you can see, it is a gorgeous bow just like this. So this is a style that you can use with any centre and any pattern fabric. And you could also do this with any other bow template. It doesn't have to be the dotty, but that is the one that I've used today. And you just use the loops just to measure really. It's mainly just the tail from the template that you need. But this is a really nice bow to try out if you haven't done so before. So now we can add our gorgeous clay doll to the middle to finish this bow off nicely. So taking a piece of scrap felt, I always keep my little offcuts of felt for this reason. I'm just going to cut a little bit off around 1.5 to 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter, so a little rectangle like that, depending on the size of the clay or embellishment that you're attaching. And I'm going to be sticking her on the bow, so the sort of bottom of her head to the shoulder part is what is going to be touching the bow, so that is where I need to hot glue my piece of felt. So taking my hot glue gun, I'm going to hot glue the felt to my clay first. Again, I'm doing it around that area which is going to be touching the bow. I'm actually going to stick a little bit on the pine cone as well. I couldn't think of the word then. So I'm just going to cut a little tiny bit off for that. I don't want it to show too much. It actually would be ideal to use the same colour as the pine cone, but I'm just going to use a bit of white for now. So I'm going to hot glue a little piece of white felt to my pine cone. Like that. So that is going to be on there. And next I'm going to take my Gorilla super glue gel and I'm going to place the glue around the edges of the felt where it touches the bow. So just above that piece of felt, this part of her hair, underneath, and a little bit on the pine cone at the top and the bottom as well. So it's all the way around the felt. I'm just going to pop the lid back on because I don't want my glue to dry out. And this glue is really nice because it's a gel consistency, it doesn't run. And then I'm going to place the hot glue on the felt areas. And what this then does is the hot glue will form an immediate bond and hold it in place whilst the super glue sets. So I shall now line her up and hold her in place for a couple of seconds just to let that hot glue take. There you go. There is our finished autumn fall vibe hair bow. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. Thanks for watching everybody. Bye.